Welcome back. Members of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, have picketed an energy company in Lagos. The workers are protesting against alleged anti-labor practices by the company. Senior correspondent Sharon Ijason has details.
In the early hours of the day, oil workers prevented members of staff of NECONDE Energy from gaining entrance into its office in Victoria Island, Lagos.
About 10 years now, we've been trying to engage the company to put up a CBA because with both the labor and the management, we come together and discuss condition of service. It's a given in any industry. And they've been evasive. You know, they keep posting us. They've refused to do that. So that is why we are here today. So what it means is that, yes, can it be avoided? If they had agreed and we have this document, working document, which is collective bargain agreement, we wouldn't have been here today under the sun, but we don't mind.
Some of their grievances are non-implementation of collective bargaining agreement, non-remittance of pension deducted from workers' salary, lack of promotion for workers, failure to allow workers to unionize, among others.
Several of our conversations by our president, Comrade Susifo, and other structures of the association. Our desire is to make sure that the rights of people by law are instituted and people get their due, what is due to them. And the union has a lot of value to the industry. It was courtesy of the union that cash call is no longer a prayer point in the Nigerian oil and gas. Before now, it used to be a prayer point. With the active participation and involvement of the union, PIA become a reality. With the active participation of the union, critical position that IOCs used to occupy by their experts, Nigerians are now the one occupying it.
The workers and management of NECONDE signed a communique affirming that a new collective bargaining agreement will be reached within 21 working days. Labor leaders here want organizations to allow their workers to unionize, as it is a right and not a privilege. Sharon Ijason, TVC News.
And to other matters, the National Orientation Agency is driving a nationwide birth registration social mobilization between September and November this year. The exercise is to help government in policy and decision-making process for Nigerians. Rafiu Hamid has details.
Children on the African continent have the lowest birth registration rate in the world, with only 44% registered at birth. Of this figure, Nigeria alone accounts for 11% of the unregistered children in West Africa. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the current birth rate in the country is 35.683 per thousand people. More than 50% of these births of children under 5 remain unregistered. This press conference by the National Orientation Agency is to launch a nationwide birth registration social mobilization drive aimed at ensuring that every child in Nigeria has access to education, health care, and other essential services. It was put in place in collaboration with the State Primary Health Care Board, National Population Commission, National Identity Management Commission, and UNICEF.
Birth registration is a fundamental right of every child, and this initiative seeks to highlight this importance to the child, the family, the community, and the nation at large. Birth registration is the first legal acknowledgement of a child's existence and is essential for safeguarding their rights and privileges for now and in the future.
The drive is focused on registering all children under 5 and provide them with NIN free of charge.
There are people of age, as we are gathered here, that have not registered for NIN. And if you agree with me, you discover that you can hardly do anything in Nigeria now without making use of your NIN.
They also blamed parents for negligence.
Imagine a child of 30 years old going to High Court and say they want to do affidavit. Why don't you go for the birth certificate? So please, this is a forum from this press release that we should know how important birth registration is.
Some parents believe that their duty is just to procreate, no need to get the vital documents for them.
While acknowledging that child delivery at churches and traditional birth attendance homes contributes to the challenge of non-registration of children at birth, the agencies call for support of parents and guardians. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Oshogo.
Away from that, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has paid a condolence visit to the family, wife of the late President Umaru Yar'Adua, following the death of the family's matriarch. The First Lady was at the Abuja residence of the Yar'Aduas in company of the wife of the Vice President, Nana Shettima, and wives of the Speaker of the House of Representatives and Deputy President of the Senate. She urged Ture Yar'Adua to be strong, as she will have to step into the shoes of the late Dada Yar'Adua and carry on the legacies of the family. Earlier in her remarks, the wife of the former president described her late mother-in-law as a friend and sister who encouraged her in trying times. She thanks the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and others on her entourage for the visit.
I will continue to pray for the souls of the departed. You know, she's reunited with her children, and that's what happens, you know. And then we are here, and they are over there cheering us on, that we should not give up, we should keep going. And we pray that she's lived a wonderful life. We don't have to meet her, but it's only God that gives long life like that. And God will bless you, bless the family, and then keep them. You know, Mama, we can always remember her for her good deeds. We can't be weeping for her, because one day all of us will meet her Maker. She has gone to rest. So we pray that God will grant her a Jannah Firdaus.
Very kind woman and very strong woman-hearted woman. After all her children died, but she didn't collapse. She was very sharp. When I visited her, she would pray for me, she would pray for my husband every day. Then she would say, okay, she would ask them to, call my daughter. When they call me, she wants video call. Then she would be looking at me. When I said, what they said, they want to take me to take the phone. She said, no, don't take it. I'm not tired of seeing her. She's a very strong woman. She's a little mother to us, and we lost her too. And inshallah, God will look after us. And her son went in this. And Janet will just be her final approval.
In a related development, the Iyaloja General, Folashade Tinubu, has joined hundreds of sympathizers across the country to condole with the Yar'Adua family over the death of the family's matriarch. She was received in Katsina State by Governor Diko Rada and his wife, and then accompanied to the deceased family's house. Folashade Tinubu described the death of Haji Adede as a loss to the nation. The Iyaloja General was also at the palace of the Emir of Katsina to commiserate with him. She described the relationship between the Tinubu and Yar'Adua families as very cordial and prayed God to grant the deceased eternal peace and the family the fortitude to bear the loss.
It's a great loss, but we thank God for the life well spent. It was a fruitful one. She left a legacy. She has pulled the whole family together. And the Yar'Aduas, you know, and the Tinubus, they've come a long way. It's like one family. So I have to be here. It is my responsibility to come here and condole with the family. We will miss her. Greatly, Nigeria will miss her. The experience, the wealth of experience. But we pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant her Al-Jannah Firdaus and put the family together in peace and harmony.
Away from that, the Kano Young Scholars Without Borders has commended the lawmaker representing Bichi Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Abubakar Bichi, for his exceptional leadership and commitment to the welfare of his constituents, particularly the youth. In a statement signed by its president, Bala Bello, the group praised the lawmaker for his recent increase in regular grants to students studying at the secondary schools of science and technology in Kano State. This gesture, Mr. Bello said, demonstrates his commitment to supporting the education and development of young people in his constituency. He also acknowledged Mr. Bichi's numerous initiatives and programs aimed at uplifting the youth, which have positively impacted many lives. He noted that the lawmaker's influence as chairman of the House Committee on Appropriations has been instrumental in ensuring that the needs of his constituents are reflected in the national